All right, campers, so today I got my trailer's water tank out. It's a 40-gallon water tank, sits in the frame of the trailer. Probably a year or two ago, I added this fitting in here, and didn't quite go the way I wanted it to. I added it so that this is the downhill side of the tank, so I could get a good clean flush every time I went to fill it up. And as you can see, it's pretty gunked up. I went to try and spin weld it on there, and it didn't quite come out, and it leaked, and I ended up having to do a lot of extra work to try and get it to seal up. And in the course of that, I kind of melted the sidewall of the fitting. It sealed up okay. The flange was okay in there, but I was never quite happy with it. So today, what I'm going to do is cut this out, and I'm going to plastic weld this piece in there right over top. So I'm going to kind of show you how to do this. I just did this and it came out okay. So I'll do another short video here to show you how to do that. The trick is these tanks are made out of HDPE. When you're plastic welding, you need to use a lower density plastic as the welding rod. So like if you're welding two pieces of HDPE together, you need to use a plastic rod made of MDPE or LDPE. All right, I got as much as I can sucked out of there, so we'll probably, once I weld this piece on, I'm gonna have to give it a good rinse anyway, but here's what it looks like inside a tank. See this one, the plastic inside looks pretty good. Nice and white, and not a lot of algae there. All right, so I got my torch, and I was able to get some LDPE welding rods. These are meant for a different kit, but they can be used here just the same, so get that going. All right, so I got 3 sides welded up here. I'm just waiting for this to cool. And you can see kind of why you want to put a fitting in an extra piece, especially if you have damage on the tank. If you don't have damage, you could just drill a hole somewhere up here and spin weld it in. But for mine, it had damage around there from me previously trying to spin weld it in unsuccessfully. So that is why I'm putting this patch on, and the deformity around the patch will hopefully keep the fitting intact. All right, this one's going to be a little more of a challenge because we got this fitting here that we don't want to deform. Got a little hot. Okay, so this is how I was able to make the patch. So I have an 1.5 inch spin weld fitting with a flange on it that I got from Vintage Trailer Supply. I have a drill with a 2-inch hole saw on it. So basically, wherever you want to make your fitting in here, you start with a hole saw. Now that you got your hole made, basically I got a set of PVC fittings here, and that's what I was using for the plug on the existing fitting on my tank. It threads right into this spin weld fitting. And then however you need to get it to attach to your drill, I did it with a set of sockets and an adapter. You just need something that can spin this really fast, and the flange will hold it into the circle while it kind of burns its way down and melts in. So then basically you just want to spin it and hold it down until it sinks in a little bit, and the professionals use a modified router for this. So this drill is actually probably going to stall out when it's just about right. All right, so now we kind of want to let it cool off a little bit, and then we'll remove that fitting. All right, there we go with the fitting out. Sometimes these things don't go in quite right, so that's why I ended up getting a 12 by 12 sheet of MDPE, and I got a couple of these fittings. in case I needed to make a couple of attempts at it. They're pretty cheap. I got them on the internet from Vintage Trailer Supply, same as the hole saw. And I think it was about 25 bucks for 4 of these and the hole saw. All right, there you go. Not perfect, but good enough. All right, guys, so I got the leak test going here, and so far so good. I did have to try this a couple of different times. Obviously, I don't care if it's leaking from here because that's going to be where the tank takes off. I don't care if it's leaking out of the threads here because we'll address that later. When we go to put the tank in, what I care about is around these edges here. And I did have a couple of pinhole leaks around the edges. And basically I had to take it down and dry, or empty the tank and dry it out. Use kind of a space heater to heat it up, because if you have any water in there, the water vapor will cause bubbles in here when you heat it back up. But so when I went to water test this, basically I have it up in the bed of my pickup truck here. I did get a couple of pinhole leaks around the edges here. So I think a good way to avoid that for you guys is just let it cool down after you do your plastic welding, and then go back over it 1 or 2 times. Just heat it back up to where it's clear again on the host plastic, and then the patch that you're putting on, and the weld, and let it cool down, heat it up again. So I think if you do that like 2 times, you probably will eliminate any of those bad joints that I had in there that caused a couple of pinholes. And hopefully you won't have to drain the tank again and dry it out, and then go back there and reheat it and fix it. Looks like we got it. So far so good. Another thing I forgot to mention is the reason you have to use plastic weld to change this out is because no sealant will stick to this kind of plastic. HDPE, silicone won't stick to it. The acrylic caulks won't stick to it. So this is really your only option to actually repair a tank, is to get it plastic welded back together. So hopefully you found this video useful and helpful. If you did, please go ahead and hit the subscribe, like, share, notify button, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you.